Just a quick reminder, you can still ask me some questions for my 6,000 subscriber Q&A by commenting them in the comment section below or via Twitter or Ask FM. I hope you go on to enjoy the video.
Overload.
Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for episode number 6 of the FIFA 16 show. This is of course the series where I bring you weekly updates every Friday about the news and screenshots and information that's released concerning FIFA 16. I thought this was going to be a very difficult week, but I was proved wrong right at the death. Yesterday as I'm recording this, but on Wednesday something big announced. I'll get into that in a moment, but thank you for the support that you've been showing on this series. It's nice to know that you like the return of this series that I've been doing for about 2 years now on YouTube, so it's really cool to see that. 50 likes again would be absolutely awesome. However, we're going to start off now with the news, and it's the fact that the clubs for the FIFA 16 demo have been announced. So usually you get about between 6 and 8 clubs that tend to be announced for the demo. And this year, they've just gone to town with it, to be honest with you. There's women's national teams, there's flipping everything in the demo this year. So I'll go through the demo teams. The demo will be starting on the 8th to 10th of September. I'm guessing it's not a 2-day demo. I think they mean that it starts between the 8th to the 10th up until the game comes out. Now the teams, that's what you all want to know. Barcelona, that's pretty standard. Borussia Dortmund, okay. Borussia Mönchengladbach, slightly more difficult to comprehend. Chelsea, Inter Milan, Manchester City, PSG, Real Madrid, River Plate, and Seattle Sounders, right? That's just the first bit. And we've got the women's national teams as well, USA and the German women's national teams as well. So my counting's not really that great. I'm just counting it on my pad now. I think that's 12 teams. 12 teams in the demo. Seems a bit excessive, to be honest with you. You could be there for ages testing them all out, but nevertheless, those are the 12, I think, teams on the demo. Barca, City, PSG, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Dortmund, they've all been on demos before. I'm fairly sure this is the first time Borussia Mönchengladbach have been. Inter Milan, it would have been the first time for ages since like PS2 demos were about, probably. River Plate, Seattle Sounders, and then also the US and German women's team to sort of add to that. I think it's pretty cool. There's not much more to say, to be honest with you, other than there seems to be a lot of teams they've put into it, but it seems alright to me. It seems good to me. It's nice that there's a lot of choice this time instead of being extremely restricted, which is kind of the point of a demo. You get a taste of it without really experiencing too much, anything that would make you less inclined to buy the game. But 12 teams I think is nice. 12 teams is a decent amount. There's 3 stadiums on there as well. Borussia Park, which is Borussia Mönchengladbach Stadium, a new stadium for FIFA 16. Perhaps that's the reason why they're on the demo in the first place. The CenturyLink Field, which I think is the Seattle Sounders Stadium, correct me if I'm wrong, and also the Bernabeu of Real Madrid. The gameplay options that you're allowed are kickoff, foot draft, but that would obviously be offline. FIFA Trainer, which I'm guessing is just like tips and help for sort of new players or new people to the title. New skill games and the Bundesliga broadcast presentation. Probably the most boring thing out of the list, but I'm guessing that's just going to be a little trailer that introduces the Bundesliga partnership. The rest of the stuff, kickoff, pretty standard, that's always on the demo. Foot draft is quite an interesting one. I don't know if that's just going to be literally an introduction into it with a trailer and maybe starting up your squad, or whether that's going to actually be a fully blown. You can start up foot draft. It'll be connected to your account when you get the real game as well. Not entirely sure about that one. I'll find out maybe a little bit more for next week's episode. New skill games, again, pretty standard. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the info for the demo. There hasn't been a trailer announced, so I can't really tell you to look into the description for a link to anything. That's just all the information they released. I'll have some screenshots as well in the background, as well as the stadiums that will be on the game too. Beyond that, beyond the demo stuff, that was the main thing really, but there's also some other little things too, almost more concerning PES than anything else, but I'll get onto that in a minute. Everyone was thinking maybe we'd get the Brazilian league back. Well, I'm probably going to crush the dreams of a lot of people here, because it doesn't look as if it's going to be. There's a bit of a glimmer of hope beyond this, but the main thing is that the confirmed Serie A and Serie B of Brazil, so the two main Brazilian leagues, 20 teams from Serie A and 4 teams from Serie B of Brazil have been confirmed by Konami for PES 2016. So it would appear as if they've got the licensing, and I don't know whether licensing doesn't really tend to get shared about too well. So it would seem as if EA probably aren't going to get the Brazilian league. However, the only Corinthians was described as exclusive, so there's potential for the other teams maybe in the first division of Brazilian football to be on the game. There's not been any word at all about new leagues on this game whatsoever. That's been one thing they haven't talked about whatsoever, as well as pro clubs. So it's quite interesting that they haven't even hinted at that whatsoever, which would suggest they're not thinking of bringing any new leagues back. But the fact that only Corinthians are exclusive would suggest that potentially EA could go in for that, but they wouldn't be able to get Corinthians. Nevertheless, the other thing was the fact Konami have also got the Euro 2016 license, which is a pretty small thing. They're going to upload it. Oh my god, you can tell I'm a YouTuber. They're not going to upload it. They're going to release it as a sort of spin-off game, a little bit like EA did with the Brazilian World Cup in 2014. So it'll be a separate game made by Konami, probably in the summer of this year, I'm guessing, maybe early or late spring or early summer, like the same for the Brazilian World Cup, made by EA. But that means that there won't be any sort of licensed European Championship, or I would imagine World Cup on FIFA 16 career mode, which is something people have been asking for a while, as well as Champions League and Europa League licensing. They don't seem to want to go and get it, and that's not going to change this time. The final thing is a little bit of a rumour. It's a picture that I saw on Twitter a few weeks back, and I haven't put it in till now, but I thought this would be a decent time. But it's a really small thing, but it goes along with the career mode stuff. Someone uploaded a picture of the career mode beta, I think it was, or maybe a tester of the game. And it was a screen of the sell players section on career mode, and it said at the top right, where you can see the amount of players you've got in the squad. Usually it's out of 42, but in the picture it was out of 52. So that would indicate that the actual squad amount that you can get on FIFA career mode has been raised by 10 from 42 to 52. So potentially the maximum amount of players you can get in FIFA career mode is now 52 instead of 42 as it's been since FIFA 10. Nevertheless, that is the end of the news for this week. A decent amount of it, pretty much saved by the demo, to be fair. The demo news being released. I'll be getting some gameplay of the demo to you in 2 weeks when that drops for the respective FIFA 16 show episode that comes out after that. Nevertheless, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of the FIFA 16 show. Feel free to tell me what you thought of the stuff that you've heard in this episode in the comment section below. Like if you did enjoy the video, and subscribe if you are new around here as well. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.